Hi, I'm Dr. Susan Parker. For years, we've been told that after a certain age, energy fades, confidence slips, and closeness becomes complicated. The science paints a very different picture. Your body keeps an extraordinary capacity for renewal at every stage of life. It responds to simple, consistent signals. Today, I'm going to give you a clear, respectful, science-informed path to support intimate wellness, better circulation, and steady vitality in midlife. No gimmicks, no awkward instructions, just practical steps you can start using today and the biology that makes them work. Let's start by resetting a myth. Intimacy in midlife doesn't disappear because you got older. It stalls because the basic systems that fuel connection, blood flow, nervous system balance, muscle tone, sleep quality, and self-image, stop getting simple daily support. When those systems get even small, regular inputs, they wake up. The goal isn't to chase youth. The goal is to feel present, warm, confident, and connected in the body you live in today. Here's the plan you can follow. It's built on one natural anchor habit and a few short micro practices that reinforce it. The anchor is a 10-minute walk after your main meals. The supporting practices are gentle co-regulated breathing with your partner, 2 short strength sessions each week, evening wind down for sleep, and a handful of food choices that love your endothelium, the thin inner lining of your blood vessels that controls circulation. Everything is simple. Everything is respectful. And everything supports intimate wellness without explicit instructions. Right after a meal, within 15 to 20 minutes, put on comfortable shoes and walk for 10 minutes at a pace where you can still speak in short sentences. Not a power walk, just a steady, relaxed rhythm. Those 10 minutes tell your muscles to pull glucose out of the blood, smoothing the post-meal sugar curve that often makes people feel foggy or sleepy. Smoothed glucose means steadier energy. While you walk, the repeated pulses of flow brushing the vessel walls stimulate the endothelium to release nitric oxide. That signal helps your vessels relax and widen, improving overall circulation. Better flow means warmer hands and feet. Better flow also means more oxygen, and nutrients reach the pelvic tissues that support intimate wellness. It's one small daily switch that moves the whole system in the right direction. You'll notice the first benefits in everyday moments. Less heaviness after lunch, more clarity mid-afternoon, a calmer evening mood. As the habit sticks, you may sense subtle changes. A bit more warmth in fingers and toes, easier stair climbs, a posture that feels a touch more open. These are not dramatic fireworks. They're gentle wins that accumulate and change how you show up, with yourself and with someone you love. If the weather is poor or going out isn't practical, walk indoors. Use a hallway. Put on a song and move from room to room. If stairs are safe for you, walk 1 or 2 flights at an easy pace. The biology is the same. Movement after meals is a message to your metabolism and your vessels. It's not about intensity. It's about timing and consistency. Now let's add the quiet superpower that many couples miss, co-regulated breathing. Sit together on a couch, feet on the floor, set a 2-minute timer. Breathe in through the nose for about 4 seconds. Breathe out softly for about 6. You do not need to count out loud. Just settle into a slow, even rhythm together. This pattern nudges the nervous system toward a calm, restorative state. When your nervous system is settled, muscle tension lets go. Blood vessels relax more easily, and trust feels simpler. In 2 minutes, you shift the internal climate from busy to open. Use this anytime you want to reset the tone of the evening. It costs nothing, and it works best when you're not trying hard. Let the breath be gentle. Let the room be quiet. Let the body follow. From there, give your muscles a little attention twice a week. You don't need a gym. You need a chair and perhaps a light resistance band. Stand up and sit down from the chair 8 to 10 times. Rest. Do it again. Place your hands on the wall and press away for 8 to 10 gentle wall pushes. Rest. Do it again. Hook a light band to a door and row it toward your ribs 8 to 10 times per side. Rest. Do it again. You've just covered legs, chest, and back in a few minutes. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It soaks up glucose, supports posture, and helps push blood back to the heart. More muscle tone means easier movement and a steady sense of capability. Capability is confidence, and confidence is attractive at any age. Sleep is the quiet multiplier. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time most days. Dim screens and bright overhead lights in the last hour. Keep the room a bit cooler than daytime, and consider a brief warm shower before bed to help your body release heat after. When sleep deepens, hormones that influence appetite, mood, and vascular function balance out. People often report something they didn't expect. Mornings feel less rushed internally. That calmer baseline carries into how you speak, how you listen, and how you connect. Your endothelium has favorite foods. Work a small bowl of pomegranate arils into breakfast or add a spoonful to a salad. Consider a square of high cocoa dark chocolate after lunch. Enjoy a cup of hibiscus tea in the afternoon if it suits you. These foods and drinks are rich in polyphenols, compounds that support endothelial health. They are not magic. They are helpful friends. Think of them as gentle support for the foundation you're already building with the walking habit. If you take medications or have medical conditions, check with your clinician before changing your diet, especially if you monitor blood pressure, because hibiscus and other polyphenol-rich options can interact with those systems. Hydration is a quiet ally. A glass of water with each meal and another at some point in the afternoon keeps blood volume healthy and helps your body move nutrients where they're needed. If cold water in the evening disturbs your sleep, shift that last glass earlier. If a warm herbal tea feels better, use it. Small adjustments matter. The goal is a body that feels supported, not pushed. Let's bring these ideas into a real evening. You finish dinner, you rinse the plates, you look at the clock. It's within 20 minutes of finishing. You say, "Let's take a short walk." The two of you step outside or pace the hallway. 10 minutes, steady and easy. Back home, the lights are softer. You sit on the couch. 2 minutes of quiet breathing. Your rhythms loosely matched. No pressure to perform. No checklist to complete. The body is allowed to settle. That is often the moment when conversation becomes natural, when touch feels warm and welcome, when the heart and the vessels are both saying yes. Intimate wellness begins in this territory. Circulation, calm, and trust, long before any specifics. If you're on your own, the same rhythm applies. Walk after meals. Breathe quietly for 2 minutes before you read or journal. Do the chair and wall sequence twice a week. Prepare your evening routine the way you would set a table for a guest you care about, because you are the guest and the host. When you treat your body with that level of respect, it serves you with steadier energy, clearer mood, and a stronger sense of self. When someone enters your life or deepens their place in it, you will meet them from a grounded place. That groundedness is the most generous gift you can offer. Let's talk about circulation and confidence in a bit more depth, because they are linked. The endothelium lines every blood vessel. It senses the friction of blood moving by, and it responds by releasing nitric oxide, which tells smooth muscle in the vessel wall to relax. Relaxed vessels mean easier flow. Easier flow means tissues get what they need. When flow improves globally, people often describe a subtle feeling of aliveness, color in the face, warmth in the hands, and a readiness to be present. You don't force that feeling. You create conditions where it shows up on its own. Small, consistent signals, walking, gentle strength, calm breathing, are those conditions. If you've had a long stretch of stress, you may be carrying protective tension in your pelvic floor, your jaw, or your belly. One of the kindest things you can do is a daily 2-minute body scan. Sit or lie down. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice your forehead, your eyes, your jaw. Let the jaw hang slightly. Notice your throat, your chest, your ribs. Let your belly expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. Notice your hips and pelvis. Imagine the breath moving down into the bowl of the pelvis, and on the exhale, imagine warmth flowing out through the legs. This is not complicated imagery. It's a way of telling your nervous system that the center of your body is allowed to release. A release system receives touch and connection more easily because it doesn't feel the need to brace. Communication also lives in small, clear sentences. Ask questions that are easy to answer honestly. Would you like a walk now or after we chat a bit? Do you want quiet breathing together for 2 minutes? Would you like a hand on your shoulder? Or would you prefer to just sit close? These questions are not scripts. They are signals of respect. Respect is the bedrock of trust. Trust changes physiology. When you feel safe, your vessels relax, your breath deepens, and your capacity to enjoy closeness expands. This is biology in service of the heart. A few brief stories will make this practical. A woman in her late 50s felt heavy and sleepy after lunch almost every day. She started a 7-minute indoor loop at home, around the kitchen, down the hall, back to the living room. After a week, she moved to 10 minutes. The first win was less heaviness. The second was an easier mood in the late afternoon. When she felt lighter, she listened more easily, and conversations at home softened. Another person, early 60s, felt distant from his own body. He walked 10 minutes after breakfast. 3 weeks later, he added another 10 after dinner. Very gentle. He noticed his hands felt warmer when he read in the evening. That simple change made him willing to reach out more, physically and emotionally. A couple in their 60s decided to pair a 10-minute walk with a 2-minute breathing practice 3 evenings a week. The walks gave them a ritual. The breathing gave them a tone. They found that their patience returned. With patience came laughter. With laughter came easy closeness. None of them forced anything. They created a context where intimacy could return on its own schedule. If you want one more quiet upgrade, add a 5-minute warm compress routine 2 or 3 evenings a week. A simple warm pack across the lower abdomen or low back helps muscles relax and brings gentle blood flow to the area. Keep it comfortably warm, not hot. 5 minutes is enough. Follow it with your breathing practice. Many people find this little ritual becomes the switch that turns a restless evening into a calm one. Calm is not boring. Calm is receptive. It's the ocean without the storm, ready for whatever authentic moment arrives. Let's address a few worries that might be on your mind. If your knees or hips are sensitive, your walk can be short and flat. If 10 minutes is too much, start with 5 and add a minute every few days until you reach 10 or 12. If you use a cane or walker, pace a hallway where you feel steady. If climbing stairs feels risky, skip them. Safety first, always. If you take medications or manage a chronic condition, adapt these suggestions with your clinician's guidance. Everything here is meant to be gentle and supportive, never strenuous and never painful. People often ask how long it takes to feel a change. Many notice lighter digestion and steadier energy in the first week. Circulation shifts tend to be more gradual. Look for small signals. A bit more warmth in the hands, a slightly rosier face after an evening walk, an easier breath as you settle into bed. Confidence shows up in posture first, then in the voice, then in the choices you make throughout the day. Let those signs be enough motivation to continue. The body loves consistency. If you enjoy food rituals, choose 1 or 2 that feel special. Pomegranate on yogurt at breakfast, a square of dark chocolate after lunch, a cup of hibiscus tea in the afternoon. These are not rewards for good behavior. They're part of a pattern that says, I care for my vessels, my nerves, my sleep, and my relationships. That pattern is recognizable from the outside. People see it in your eyes and your pace. It's an energy that says, I'm available for connection, with myself and with you. Now return with me to the anchor habit. You finish a meal, you know what to do. You step outside or into your hallway. 10 minutes. You let the day slide off your shoulders. You don't check your phone. You come back with a quieter nervous system and warmer hands. You sit beside someone you care about, or you sit beside your own breath. You allow the evening to decide where it wants to go. You've created the right internal conditions. That is your part. The rest tends to unfold better than you expect. If you feel discouraged because a long season has made closeness feel far away, remember this. Your body has not forgotten how to respond. It may just need steady, gentle reminders that it is safe and supported. Movement after meals, co-regulated breathing, a bit of strength, simple foods that care for your vessels, predictable sleep. These are reminders. They don't force anything. They invite. When you're ready, begin today. After your next meal, walk for 10 minutes. This evening, breathe together, or breathe quietly on your own for 2 minutes. Once this week, do the chair and wall sequence. Add pomegranate to breakfast. Dim the lights earlier. That's it. Let the body do what it knows how to do when it's given calm and flow. If this message helped you, share it with someone who deserves steady energy, warmer evenings, and a kinder experience of their own body. Subscribe for more clear, respectful guidance on natural habits that support intimate wellness, confidence, circulation, and vitality in midlife. You are not late. Your body is ready. Let's meet it there, with small steps, warm breath, and the quiet confidence that never goes out of style.